This is a small JSON object file I created. It is a JSON object helper. I decided to stop using VS Code and move to Vim, because VS Code was drawing all every code which I wanted to type, it was already giving that is good for your speed, but it will affect you start forgetting everything. What I was planning to do, I was just copy pasting this event. Still I use ChatGPT, but I copy paste code there. Do not let it write any code. I read, then I understand, then come back to the Vim editor, then I start typing. I was planning to refactor this code. I have few functions here, undo, redo, then set, then delete, etc. And I was also planning to improve my code quality, but instead of preparing for this, I just went there, I'm just going to edit things on the go. This file I have written to use that JSON object helper. I imported that engine, then added two JSON objects, and I also have this event listener subscribe function, and on change is an event, it's a function in that JSON object engine, and I'm giving that subscribe. It will just anytime something changes, it just console logs. This is without event, then I am removing that comment. Whenever something changes, it will show it here like this. And also there is a path variable d, that means in every change which will affect d attribute, it will be displayed here. If it is not d, then if some other variable is changed, some other attribute, then it will not be shown here, because it's that event is added just for d. And also you can give it without any path also. If you keep it blank, then everything will be shown. Here I am giving, instead of d, I'll give something else. Only every time d changes, it will notify, and it will show added this variable, old value, new value, then delete. And we also have an update type. Here is that on change function. This is just copying the whole file. So I'll just copy it everything and add it to ChatGPT, then ask how can I improve this. Still I use AI, but just don't let it type everything for you. Even if you take something from AI, you should have an idea what that is, why something worked and why something didn't. Oh, I missed adding redo function, so it is not available outside. I missed exporting redo function. I'll add it here. Like every other function, it's there, user functions. I'll go add a redo thing here. Delete data 2 dot redo. Then I log. Here I deleted 10. Then when I called redo, it will add dkl L. Earlier k was empty. After redo, that it came KL8, that thing. Actually, here I am re-recording the audio because instead of iMovie, this time I tried using OBS Studio, and in OBS Studio, the sound it kept recording, but by my mic had few issues, but the audio quality was very bad. It was not even audible, barely audible. So instead of my earphone mic, now I am directly recording it to my Mac audio microphone. That's why there is a little bit lag here. Here what I was planning to do something simple, which I was already confident about, then keep this video very short, but soon you will see me facing a bug, and I had no idea how to fix that. Then I kept more than 30 minutes trying to debug, and it didn't happen. So I kept it raw. Coding is not like you have a problem and you spend some time, you get the fix and it is done. Most of the time it will be you will be debugging, and it may be something very silly, something very stupid, but sometimes you just cannot get it right and you need to spend time there. And after like this AI thing, people are like just vibe coding, like you give something, suddenly you have the output, then you need to tweak something, you again like go to these AI tools, then it will give the next code. So like people are not patient, I think. But if you want to be like good, then you need to be patient, like maybe for hours, maybe for days. Like you need to spend time on a problem and try to understand it. And like even if you get the answer from AI, that is okay. Like it's okay to get an answer from AI, but you have to have an idea like why it worked and why something did it. Like here what happened, um, it was saying something like if it is an object then this won't work. Actually like previously, like earlier, after like writing this code, I copy pasted everything into ChatGPT, and it told me like it was good, like everything was great. But next time today, when I gave it, it was saying it will not work for the object. And I haven't tried it on object. Like earlier, like I just gave like a string or a number or something, but when I tried to give an object, it failed. Here if you see like old value, it is undefined. uh, Not old value, but right now I'll be giving like instead of 8 an object like a for something. I needed to check, like first of all I did not understand like what the issue was. Then I wanted to find out like what is the issue. So I tried giving it an object. Then when I checked, whenever I logged something, it was showing something else like object. Here if you see L, then it's only shown as object. Like actually it should be A for something like that. Like now I am totally stuck. If you see till the last minute of the video, till the very last of the video, I'll not be able to come up with a solution. Still I don't have any solution, but I'll just go on trying to find out something. But sometimes like it's unsuccessful, and not sometimes, like most times it is unsuccessful. Coding is like most of the days it is bad days, and some days are just okay. And to be honest, like when I started debugging this, I was under the idea that this is a very simple thing and I'll be able to fix this very quickly. And I may have like, I could have gone to ChatGPT, this is what I get from the log, why is this happening? But what I was thinking, like if for every problem like you directly go there and it will come up with some solution, like you will lose your patience. Like you should be able to sit with some problem even if like you are not able to come up with any solution quickly. I don't know about other developers, but this is how like my real life coding life looks like. But As I was recording the video, I did not go to ChatGPT very often. Like in my work life, I use like professionally, like in my company, I use VS Code with Copilot. So most of the time, like it will keep the code. But then I understood I was like losing something. Then only I started like at least when I do something like a hobby project like this one, instead of using VS Code with Copilot, I can go with VA editor, and I'll be using AI but not directly. Like if I am not able to understand it from there, I'll not be able to write it without Copilot, without that producing all the code. Now this is just me trying to debug everything, like why it happened. Like first of all, I thought like remove everything and only keep those log files which will help you why this problem occurred. So like it will be little bit more cleaner. I added something, then it really is showing object. Now like from this time onwards, like you won't learn anything, but you just see someone trying to find something. Like this may be very silly, and but right now like I was not getting the solution, so I wanted to find out like why it happened. So this will be just me like trying to find why this happened in like lots of ways. And sometimes it is like very frustrating. From here like I go on adding nested object, then doing console log just to make sure that like it's not happening because of console log. That's why I came to Chrome, then just did console.log of a nested object. So like console log is working fine. Even if you give like nested object, it will be like okay. Then I maybe thought like in browser like it will be okay, but in Node it may be not working. But like these are like silly things, but you should be checking everything. Like when you are spending so much time on something, uh, you will forget like small things, and it's okay to just make sure like everything is okay. Here it is just me like giving console log there just to know if everything works, and D set 5 that is working. I was planning to give the title for this video as I don't know JavaScript, and this turned out to be like very perfect. And I didn't prepare like for this, like I didn't prepare anything. I just turned on the screen recording and like did everything as I normally did, and normally like this is what happens. Like there will be few issues, then you will try to find solution and you'll spend hours on that. But if I was not like recording the video, I may have gone to ChatGPT sooner just to know like what was the issue, and like it will come up with like why this can happen, why this may happen. But doing that I think is slightly better than using Copilot, because Copilot like it will just write everything for you and you won't even check. But if I go to ChatGPT and then ask it, like it will like first of all I need to understand what it said, then only I'll be able to rewrite it. If I'm not able to understand, then I can't go there and like I'll never do like copy paste these things. I just try to understand it from there and then go to my editor and type it out. And this is me like getting frustrated, like I was like totally blank. And I spent almost like 47 minutes on this video, out of which like 20 like 10 or 15 minutes it was like just explaining some things about this code. Then soon after that I found out the bug, and I tried like from then onwards it was trying to fix this, and I spent like almost 30 minutes without getting any solution. If it was web browser, then I'll be using like debugger, so from there I will be able to use like debug window features. But here it is Node.js, so it will just be console log. And after this video, like I need to go and find like why this is happening, and still I did not find like why this object was coming in the log file in console.log. It should be just value, not this dot value. Like these kind of things, even if you don't know, if you write it in VS Code and you have like Copilot enabled, like it will write everything for you and you will just think like it for granted. Like you will never come to know that you don't know these things. Like it already gives you everything, so you will think like that is simple, like that, like I already know that. but once in a while it's good to write code in something like this, just to have an idea like how much you know, like how how much basic things you remember. Like you will start forgetting everything if you always depend on these AI tools. But I know like AI is inevitable, and like it will make you more productive. But if you don't understand something that AI gave you, and later like something happened, something really bad happened, like you won't have any idea like where to look for the fixes. Like, and I have faced this like lot of times. It's like very frustrating, but when you need to get something done quickly, like you won't even think about it, and you start using Copilot. But later when something bad happens, like again you go on asking Copilot, and when there is like too big, like lots of files involved, it may like things can go wrong. And the more time you spend on something, like the better you will get. Even if like you won't see you won't be able to see any like fruitful thing soon, but in the long run, like you will be able to like explain things more. This is just me getting frustrated or something, like something simple. This app I like use daily, just to like paste code snippets and just stare at the code. But I don't know what happened, it is not working now. Right now like I have no idea what to check. Like I tried giving everything, but still there is some issue. But after finding why this issue occurred, it may seem very simple, but right now I cannot figure out like why this happened. Like here I was trying to like store a pointer to the uh, JSON data, like uh, that JSON variable. Then from there if I change, and then if I do console.log, I was like trying to find out whether this issue occurred there. But still it is like okay here. When I do console.log, like everything came. Maybe the issue is with the uh, set function in my helper code, like JSON helper file. At this point, like I tried everything which came to my mind, but still like I did not find like why this is happening. And my first instinct was to go to ChatGPT and ask it why this happened. But I decided to spend a little bit more time thinking to myself like why this happened. In that way, like I'm going to remember this in the future. Like last day when I coded this file, I was thinking I did a good job, but I didn't notice this issue at that time. And it's always a good idea not to like rush things up, like do something then complete it for completion's sake. Like later when you come back to this, like come back to whatever you did, you may find like new bugs there. I think this app is having like some problem right now, but usually it works and it's a good app also. Like if I give a non-object variable like a string or a number, it is working still. The issue is happening only with this when I give object, it have this issue. Console log have this issue. Still it shows that object instead of A4. I don't think there is any issue with this traverse to parent, because for other type of value, like if it is not an object, then it is working fine. So I think like this problem is something else, not related to this traverse to parent function. But it is always a good thing to stare at something which is not working. Because like most of your life what you are going to do is something like this. Like it is not always like you code something, see the output, make it work. Like more like majority part of your life will be staring at things, like staring at code, if you choose to be a developer, and just thinking to yourself why something is not working. So you have to be comfortable doing that. And I chose to make this streaming like very raw. So this is how I do the things in real life. Like I'm not preparing anything for this. Otherwise, like people have this idea that whenever you are coding, like this is how you should do it. Like you should already have an answer. Even if you don't have an answer, like you should be able to come up with things quickly. But that is not how things work. Here I am trying to just add the object as instead of just directly giving the object, I'll add a new attribute, then initialize it with an empty object, then add a new key just to see if it is working. and this is not how you should do it, but here like I'm trying out few things to understand like when it will work. After that I can like polish things. The video is already over 40 minutes and I still didn't find any solution or understand why this is happening. Anyway, like I'll continue debugging, like trying to understand why this happened, and then the next video I'll try to come up with a solution, and if I got a solution asking ChatGPT, then I'll let you know that also. And I have this code in my GitHub account, so I'll give the GitHub link there, and if you like any of you have already know why this is happening, then you can help me with that in my help me with this, and feel free to contribute to my JSON helper GitHub page. And I expect like this is how my video is going to be. Whenever I try to debug things, I'll just do a screen record and post it. And I don't think like most people can learn anything from this, but if you enjoy like watching someone do coding, like someone feeling frustrated, like if you want to watch someone getting frustrated while coding, then this is a good place. And you can also help me learn new things. Anyway, like I'll attach the GitHub page link so that you can also help me if you have time. And if the audio quality is not so great, it is because of my mic. And also like I'm re-recording the audio because while coding my mic had like too much issue and the audio recording was not great. So after doing the video I recorded the audio, and this is my GitHub page for this file. I'll be sharing this also. And in the next video, I think I'll be able to come up with a solution if I can, and I'll also explain how I came up with the solution. If I had help from ChatGPT, I'll let you know that also. And if you can help me, that will be great too, by